a special podcast episode
Mm-hmm.
with a special guest in the building. Somebody who reached out to us via social media and said they very much would like to share their story and what's happening in the parish of Saint Elizabeth.
Yes.
We're talking to tonight a doctor from Saint Elizabeth, Dr. Robert Powell. Bless up.
Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here. Thanks
Bless
for
up,
having
sir.
me.
Welcome, Doc.
Yeah, man. When you reached out, the message really stood out to us because, you say you try to seek help from every corner that you can help.
Of course.
And that, you're very much without options and, you really want to get more help to the Black River Hospital. And, we said, why not use our platform to help you?
Of course,
in
why
that
not?
regard. And so give thanks for joining us. Yeah.
All right. It's actually pretty good to be here. And thank you guys for actually the quick response to having me
Yeah,
here.
man.
Everybody kind of understand what's going on in Sensible with Hurricane Melissa. But a lot of people not really understanding what's happening with the hospital itself.
So
Black River
please
is a-
do tell us about that.
Of course. So Black River is a hidden gem of St. Elizabeth, right? And one of the key drivers of Black River's industries are the medical facility. So not just the hospital, but the medical university that was there, right? And of course, being the capital of St. Elizabeth has the other stuff, the courthouses and the places I like to avoid, like the police station, and fire department and all those other things. So St. Elizabeth is my second home. I'm actually originally from Manchester, and I probably would have spent more time in St. Elizabeth than Manchester because I went to school in St. Elizabeth, right on the city of the hill, Monroe, of course.
How I knew it.
How you know, right? Because Monroe is just going to produce all the top.
You give Monroe for real.
I give Monroe vibes, right? So most people would know by now that I am one of the medical residents there in the emergency department. I've been there officially 6 months in that department, but I've been working in that department for the past 2 years since I've been at Black River. Rotated to general surgery, orthopedic surgery, and somehow found emergency medicine to be a better fit and more of a home for me. And we underestimate the emergency part of the emergency medicine. So when I go to accident at emergency, everybody think that everything is an emergency. So now that the hurricane has passed, I have actually learned within myself what an emergency truly, really is. It takes more from us than we would have imagined. So I mentioned earlier off air that a whole multiple hats, right? A lot of them being administrative board positions, but I think I underestimate the physician aspect of it more since this is the hat I wear the most. So you kind of surrounded by doctors and nurses, everybody like everywhere you go. I go to supermarket, people like, Doc, what you doing here? Probably I come for trim. So you're used to being a doctor, but in that hurricane, it strips away your title. It strips away everything you are. In fact, I can tell you about the airlifts with JDF. When they started the airlifts, I was in whatever I went to the hospital in. You probably know what that is. It's basically just underwear and shirt, a marina. Right? Just a little shorts. Because the minute I heard there was passage to the hospital, I tell my wife, I pack up a bag and say, I'm gone. And she know it's there. The emergency medicine, you're just going to grab and go.
So wait, question. So
Sure.
on the day of Hurricane Melissa, you weren't
Oh,
on
no, you can't
duty.
move. No, I can't. I wasn't on duty. The rest of the team, we had split the teams. Kind of preempting that we may have needed to do transfers afterwards. But that's a choice. Maybe not.
Yeah.
No, I tend to have more experience with the transfers, being especially the airlifts and being on them the JDF helicopters. It's for the JDF soldiers, it's alright for them, but me for the heights. But so I've been on about 4 or so of those helicopter trips. I kind of understand the run-ins. Also, those doctors who were there from Sunday were trapped on Monday, stayed for the hurricane Tuesday, couldn't leave until Wednesday, Thursday. Right? Some who had taller vehicles who could tread the water were able to leave on Wednesday. Most were stuck until Thursday.
Right.
So it's 4 days. So when I stepped in now, essentially it's just to relieve everyone who is there, let them see if they're hoes or find their family. That's when the weight of everything kind of drop on your shoulders now. So the doctors did, and the nurses and the rest of the staff there, they did a pretty good job of moving the patients from the wards. Now, most people don't probably not realizing that Black River Hospital is right beside the sea. There was a 12-foot seawall that is now non-existent.
Yes,
Oh,
because
yeah,
I heard
man.
Dr. Tufton said that they
It's
put
non-existent.
that there.
The female ward and pediatric wards are closest to the sea. The height of the water and the mud. Luckily, most patients are moved to the male ward, which is closer to the front of the hospital. also still flooded. So patients had to be moved over to A&E. So can you imagine moving about 50 patients from ward to ward over the course of 2 days?
Yeah, because the hurricane, so it's like each time
Something goes
goes
wrong in
wrong,
one
you have to
building,
move.
they have to move.
Wow.
And
So
so,
if the movement started Monday or Tuesday?
so preemptively we started emptying the hospital from the Wednesday before.
Okay.
What do you mean empty? What do you mean?
So discharge, who can discharge.
Okay.
And disposition is an important thing, especially in emergency medicine. It's either going to admit them, send them to the health center, send them home back to the nursing homes, the infirmaries and such. So discharge the hospital, discharge as many patients as possible safely. Those who are critical and can't go anywhere or to be transferred out had to stay. They weathered the storm, 71 of them, perfectly healthy.
Nice.
Well, relatively.
Well,
But perfectly fine when it came to
Melissa
the...
didn't know
Melissa,
damage then.
Melissa, right. Melissa
Yeah,
took no lives.
yeah.
And we give God thanks for that because truly, if you don't believe in God, no, may I tell you, say God real, whether you want to believe it or not. Because what I've seen throughout my years of practice, and especially the days leading up to the hurricane, the day of the hurricane and the day after the hurricane, if God not real, then all of this is just a complete waste of time. You might as well call it a day now.
Wow.
From your
So,
perspective,
yeah.
what was the atmosphere like prior? Can you talk about even prior to the hurricane? What was it?
The atmosphere was
the
heavy
atmosphere
at
now?
Black River,
Yeah.
So we lost a staff member a few days before the hurricane, who is probably the most helpful fellow you'd have ever met.
Tragic. Like, I mean,
Tragic, like so
sudden. I mean,
sudden.
Okay.
So he basically was assisting with clearing up some of the branches, some lines. He works as one of the refrigeration and AC technicians, and he's just a helpful fellow. So he wanted to assist the guys there. And the events of the accident happened. I can't really give out the details. And he got severely injured to the point where he came in hospital, and we did everything we could, even to the point where he was airlifted out.
So wait, so he was like helping with the like clearing, like
Right,
cutting
because
the
they're just
tree.
preparing for the hurricane, knowing
so
that
he was one of the people that
right,
died.
right.
Oh,
So
wow.
the atmosphere was heavy for the weekend already.
Yeah.
And we were expecting Melissa on the Saturday, the Sunday, and the place was just so calm. It was eerie, quiet, not a breeze, no clouds, no birds, no just quiet. Creepy, man. Even the Monday before, I said, "Chuck, it's just calm before this time," but it was a bit too calm. So everybody was just anxious, on the edge.
Yes.
And as I said, fortunately, I was home during this time, but that don't mean say it was scary, I mean, windows blow out, right? Like solid metal windows blow out.
At the hospital or your
At
house?
home, I'm
Oh,
talking
your
about.
house.
My neighbors, we are talking about, I can stay from my house and see them house top gone, and people are scrambling from one house to the next. There's nowhere to find shelter,
Yeah.
right? And you can just imagine that's home where I am comfortable, let alone those who are at the hospital worrying about who are at home. So the true heroes are those who stayed during the storm. We think after this time everything will be all right. Trapped the day, so it's Wednesday, you're trapped in your community. So my house would have been the beacon now for if anybody need local stitch up or anything. You try to bandage and patch up as you can. But you're really worried about what's happening at the hospital, because if you got it this bad at home, what happened to the hospital right at the sea? One of the first reports I heard was that the bridge was gone to enter Black River. And that bridge that crosses the river itself, if that's gone, you're like, all right. If the bridge gone, then everything else gone too. So you're stressed out Wednesday because you can't go nowhere. Thursday you go in, the road is cleared. And let me tell you something that a lot of people probably don't give Minister Green credit for. His planning before the hurricane.
Which he shared.
So I remember speaking with a few of the community leaders who also reached out to me and said, Doc, in case of anything or have an injury, we know we can come on your yard if you can't reach us, because we know how it might go. He mobilized tractors and sawmill and everything before this time. So yes, the day after this time, you can't do nothing because the men were out there working. You can hear the tractors and the chainsaws, and as soon as the passage is clear to the hospital, me beamline it, drive through water right up under my mirror. Yeah, man, you then cover the engine and you say, God, please don't let me stall. I need to reach, because say if you stall in the water, you have to go jump out, leave the car.
Yeah.
And when you get there, you just you have the words where you want to say can't come out. It's sinking in your belly, and you even want to cry, but you have nothing in you. You're just numb.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can remember in the back of my head would have been what my head of the department would have said. Robert, when you come out, just plug in. You just chip out, plug in, focus on the work. So when that we realized me just in a regular close. And the agenda was to get the patients out. So got the handover from the doctors who were there. They did a brilliant job of organizing the priority list. And when JDF started their evacuations, we were able to get, and hey, those soldiers, them work. Them, when I tell you that them fly about 9 or 10 trips between Black River and Mandeville, let alone those who are flying to Sava and the other places. And in the night, we had 2 emergencies that they did 2 more trips with to Mandeville. And I mean, everybody out, safe. The following day, the Bushmaster that they have, that big vehicle, kind of push through all of the rubble and got there with about 9 vehicles from region. So 8 ambulances and a coaster bus to get everybody out. I think everybody had the same idea of what was going on. The devastation that they saw overhead, they were probably thinking that no one survived, but 71 patients out. I will stand on that proudly. And that's why I say Black River Hospital is the best hospital in the country. Minus what anybody wants to say, it is, even as it is now, still the best. Because that
He got no roof though.
even, no roof. We don't need roof to treat nobody, right? The A&E is we treat anyone, anytime, anywhere with everything, anything or nothing. And even with nothing, we were still able to keep
People alive. That's commendable.
That's something we overlook.
I was trying to remember because you see the devastation online. I remember, like, I was wondering if it's Black River, where literally the roof, just like at one section, like one part where they said they removed everybody, where the roof flew off and it was just dismantled after. So I was just wondering
the roof is one of the
if it was that one. I don't know if you guys
I saw a
that's
clip
it.
and a patient, like a few patients were still in
There,
there,
like, so
and
they
water was coming through the
yeah,
roof.
that don't sound like Black River.
Oh,
Black
okay.
River, one of the issues, no one was really upstairs at the time. Would have been affected by the loss of the roof. Those who were downstairs had to worry about the flooding. So when the roof is gone from upstairs, everybody go downstairs. You run into water, so you have to move over to A&E. So people
So
are
top
treading
and
through water.
bottom, no really.
No, no matter
safe.
where you go, nowhere was safe. As Minister Green, so when him go in my yard and him look through the yard, everything that was in the house is outside. That's essentially what it is with the hospital. It's just that the doors were too small to push out the beds.
Wow.
Everything, you're talking about medication, instruments, equipment,
Oh god.
scattered all over the place.
Wow.
There's when I talk about widespread devastation, the pictures do no justice because the pictures only affect your sight. The sounds you hear, the smell. The smell, and I have the worst sense of smell. The smell is horrible at times.
Well, the
Wow.
smell from
From
what?
What you mean? When the seawater come over, and the fish them come over, and the fish them who
dead.
can't go back.
Oh.
Right? The dead
So wait,
animals, the
they're
crocodiles.
there are dead fish
Oh,
in
not
the
anymore.
hospital.
Not anymore. Not just the hospital. I'm not talking about the whole area now.
Oh,
The sea
like on
came
the
over.
road.
Yeah,
Oh,
man, but-
so,
Yeah.
oh.
The whole
The
entire-
dogs and the other animals go make a feast of that and the crocodiles and those stuff. People keep forgetting that crocodiles are in Black River.
Yes.
Like they just
the Black
come on the
River
street now and
Safari.
walk because
Elsha.
Them not themselves.
Hell, should have, when it comes to crocodiles, they have nothing from Black River.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
You
the
talk
Black
about
River
20
Safari.
feet
I went
crocodiles
there.
walking
Yeah.
around.
Yes, I've never heard of crocodile like being that rampant, not so rampant, but for lack of a better word.
Because
In St. Elizabeth.
And
they stay in their area, but
I've
their
never-
habitat was totally destroyed. So
So
them go anywhere.
them was disciplined
yeah.
before.
Let's use that. Let's use that. Right? Let's use that. There's at least once a year you get a patient who have a crocodile bite.
A lie.
Yeah, man.
Really?
I tell you, Black River, you get the craziest set of trauma. And the crocodile bite,
So that's not an emergency?
of course it is. Of course. It is just, crocodile bite is probably the third worst bite you can imagine. First is human, of course. Human bites are the worst. Then is the hog bite. You look so...
Pig?
The pig. Yeah, man. No, pigs don't have no mercy. They're going to rip and...
Ew.
The crocodile will bite and thrash and you might lose the limb. I mean, at least more crocodile bites,
you could die.
You could die. But human bites, they are sneaky because you see the bite there, it's okay, and then you get a serious infection. Then you
Yeah.
die.
Oh.
Yeah,
and
only
I-
for people put in their mouth and things that
Right. You're not really supposed to go up and then bite people.
it's quite unsavory.
Quite
But-
unsavory.
But
Hold on. I don't know if I just say I go, Jeff, because we don't want you further walk us through the evacuation.
yeah.
Wow.
Like, who else was involved? We said
So,
JDF, who else was
The
involved?
JDF, the Southern Regional Health Authority, of course, and the whole of Black River staff. If I'm to pinpoint and call names, who I left out, I go vex. In the moment, you kind of forget everybody's name, right? But I have, as I mentioned, the best set of porters. Them lift anybody, anything. The best set of nurses, the best set of staff on the floor. Anybody where you need, that you think you might need in the moment. Even if that person is not there, someone on the auxiliary team became that person. Right, so I had full support.
How are those things coordinated? Because, as you say, it involve multiple different bodies and organizations. Like, how is that coordinated? And isn't there a rush? And doesn't the rush kind of could make things be a
That's a
bit
very, very good question.
easy?
So, how medicine works, it's beauty in chaos. It's and it's also understood chaos. So everybody knows what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. But you don't really have to tell anybody, say, all right, come, let's move this patient. All you need to know who is the priority list. So nurse will control who is going to go out next. My job is would have to be now to coordinate with the helicopter. Once they land, who is who, hand over to them. Because, of course, the JDS personnel, they're doctors as well.
Yeah.
Right? So you're able to hand over the information critically to them. They make the local notes, you give them the referral forms. When they go over to Mandeville or wherever they have dropped the patients, then they do the relaying of work. So doctors are doctors no matter where you're going to the world. We're all trained the same. We have the same core beliefs, we have the same ideas, and we have the same principles of how things work. It's a stepwise thing. You can't really want to do your own thing and be a doctor. It really is a systematic process.
Do no harm.
And so, do no harm. And so, once I am able to do my part, so once the doctors have done their part, which is to make the priority list. My part is just to assess, stabilize, once they are already stable, ensure that they're still stable. Hand over that patient to the doctors, and once the patient leaves my hand, they're no longer mine. They're in full control of, JDF has full authority and autonomy, because I'm not going on the helicopter with them in this case. And then once that patient lands at Mandeville, the Mandeville Hospital takes over full. So they are continuing management, right? So a very few of the patients I would have heard back about what had happened to them, but I'm pretty sure they're all good.
Right. Well, my question was like, I mean, how you know which hospital to carry them? Is it because Manchester is the closest hospital?
It
And
is
I
a
know
regional
that-
hospital.
Right.
Right.
And I know that Manchester, the parish itself, was under flooding. I don't know if it's just content alone, if it's just one part,
right.
but
So-
like if it's other, if they got, you said, airlifted to
Right.
other
So,
hospitals.
Good point. So, fortunately, Manchester is not as affected as Black River was. And let's use Mandeville. Mandeville's on the top of the hill, so they're not really much concerned about flooding.
Okay.
Right? They're the regional facility for the Southern Regional Health Authority, which encompasses all the health departments and the hospitals from St. Elizabeth, Manchester, and Clarendon. So our first point of transfer would be to Mandeville, whether or not it's a hurricane.
Okay.
Right? Once Mandeville does not have that service, then we move on to the other Type A facilities, Cornwall, KPH, UE if needed. No, the distance between Mandeville and Black River via airlift is 10 minutes.
Yeah, quick, right.
There's a lot I can do in 10 minutes than to think about a 20 to 30 minute trip to Kingston. And you have to factor in the time that they take to come back. You have to factor in fuel. You have to factor in simple things like the weight of the patient that you're transferring, because the weight affects how much fuel the helicopter uses.
Really?
Right. So it really affects how much you can do. And so you have to think strategically. And I'm pretty sure JDF had that plan already. And because of there was no the fact there's no communication,
Right.
Mandeville understood that anybody they bring, they just have to take and continue from there. Without full medical history, it's just what's on the referral. And the referral is going to have the pertinent information. So you can't get the whole docket with tick, so
Right.
they can't trouble with that.
Because I was even wondering about overcrowding, because that's usually a issue for most hospitals in the country, is like, there are not enough beds, there are not enough equipment, there's not enough medicine, it feels like, to really care for one, like, like a single patient, but even now 71 additional patients. So was that even a concern too?
Of course, a concern, but I said this, and I'm pretty sure a few healthcare workers might bash me, but they deep down they're going to agree. Being a healthcare worker, you're sacrificing yourself for others. It's truly what a civil servant is about. It's not just healthcare workers. Let's use police, firemen, everybody else. You're sacrificing your comfort so that someone else can be comfortable. So yes, you get 71 more patients. If you're going to split it up between 3 or 4 departments, let's use 10 to 20 patients new that you have to deal with on top of your already heavy patient load. But you have to think that at Black River, there's nothing at the time we could have done to help these patients.
Yeah.
And the next line of defense is Mandeville. They were able to take all those patients, regardless of how they feel, Them check them knowing that it's an emergency. And vice versa, if it was the other way around and we had to be the ones to take the patients, then we wouldn't have no choice either. And when the patients come, you have to do what it is we have to do to save their lives. Once the life spare, we can't cuss afterwards. Them can call me. So I'm pretty sure a few of my friends who I had to I don't want to call her name, but there's one particular friend of mine who worked at Manville in A&E, and I when I got some communication, I say, Doc, I send up 2 more patients. This was about, especially I mentioned the earlier late night transfers. And I could have feel her roll her eye through the phone. Because I already sent up 21 patients to her, you know, and I'm sending up more.
Wow.
And most of the patients are going to go through A&E first to be sorted. And I don't know if it's she one on the shift or she and 10 other doctors, right? So you don't know what their workload is, but they take the workload and they manage accordingly.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
most of the things, because the issue is to short staff. There'll
It
be
is.
more short staff than usual because many
Right.
people have to go and secure their own homes, you know, like things
And
like
people
that.
want to find a way to blame the government for everything. One of the main problems is that a lot of the students know they don't want to be doctors again. To be
What?
honest, they don't want to be doctors again.
Why?
There are easier ways to make money. If it's money, hear me out. If it's money, if you do the doctor thing for money, go find something else to do. I'm a farmer. Besides being a doctor, I can tell you, I make more money from farming. Right? We want to look down for farming. I really think you make more money from
disagree.
farming.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Come on,
Not
like,
only misagreeing,
really,
but Crawford been at her for years.
yeah, man. You really make more money from farming, man, with less. You know what? You know, if you fail on a farm, you know, you can plant back a next crop. Failure for me is losing a patient's life. You can't put a price on that. Right? So our tolerance of failure is almost non-existent. Right? So it's a hard task. You know? A lot of people just say, "Oh, you're a doctor and you make a little mistake." They no look a mistake. You can go jail for it. It's manslaughter. You're losing. You can lose. Somebody lose them life. That's really on you. You know.
No,
And
but
let us say
immunity.
Come again.
Immunity, like some
Immunity
sort.
from what?
I mean, if people lose them life,
Fair.
but if it's like malpractice, like
If it's malpractice, of course, you're
you're
going to
gonna
lose your
be
license and
life
you possibly
everything,
get
yeah.
jail time.
Yeah.
But if
Life.
it's act of God or
Yeah.
as I say, people love to think that doctors are gods. And when they cut me, my blood's still red, right?
But you can stitch it up.
Yeah, you can stitch
That's the
it up.
difference.
Right. But I can't perform miracles. I love walking around at work and say, look, there are 2 things I can't do. I don't want miracle and I don't want magic. Right? Miracle for Jesus and magic for clown. Right? We don't do clown work here, so there's no way you want us.
Well, I was thinking you gonna say Obia man.
No, but
I don't know
hold
why.
on. But we get the patients who go to Oberman too.
Yeah,
Hold on, no. And sometimes
I mean, I Saint Elizabeth.
I said no. But hold on, no. Here's the misconception. Black River Hospital doesn't just take patients from St. Elizabeth. It is the only hospital in the parish of St. Elizabeth. Let's make that clear. Yes, but we see patients from the parishes as Westmoreland, St. James, and Trelawney, and South Manchester is pretty close by, right? And what people don't get is that there are towns in South Trelawney and South St. James. It is easier to come down the hill from Cockpit Country to Black River, and it is to go over and travel through Cockpit Country to go to Cornwall or Falmouth.
Oh.
Right? So people take the 2-hour drive and come to Black River and say, what may I ask them, so we don't have hospital or St. When I moved, I was oblivious to it too. People come from Eldersley and some other wait a bit and them place in Trelawney and people come down. I'm say, we don't have hospital in the parish. And being that I was ignorant to the fact, the patient will be like, Doc, it is much easier for us to get to Black River. Sometimes it might be closer, but the road is bad.
Oh.
So there are many factors. And so that small hospital, which barely has 200 beds, is responsible for about 200,000 patients if you're going to look at the population there. Right? And you're talking about a small hospital that recently been upgraded to Type B from a Type C. And no, you're basically gone back to nothing.
Yeah.
No.
Our operating theatre was destroyed in Bury last year and it was being in repair. It was supposed to be open again this year. No, it gone back to nothing.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it points to a lot of problems that we're going to have going further because yes, it's a hospital and we talk about emergencies, but there are other things you have to worry about as well. When the outbreak of diseases come, where are they going to go? And I'll soon get into the field hospital story. But other things you have to look about. The persons who are going to be walking around barefoot because they don't have no shoes now. Yeah, the nail stick. They look at nail, them are rusty nail, look at rusty zinc cut them. And tetanus. And by the first day, we run out of tetanus. Completely out.
Oh, you mean the shot?
The shot, you run out.
Oh.
Run right out, clean out.
Wow.
So we had to request some other facilities to send.
Because a lot
Yeah.
of people were coming because.
Of course.
Wow.
So, crazy story. Even the looters, some of the looters get injured too,
Good.
Right.
Sorry.
But guess what? Them come on to the hospital again and we still have to treat them. So whether you're a criminal, or not, I still have to treat you as if
Yeah.
because my eye totally shut. That are you and the police business, but you're a patient in my eyes, right? Whether you do something, come on, we have patients who we get gunshot because them try to do something bad and you still have to do them surgery and them live and them waste hospital. I mean, I use waste loosely. We use hospital resources, right? And we save them life. And them go out there, go do more crime. Instead of turn to God.
Oh my gosh.
Right? But guess what? Even if they had to come back again, it is still our duty to take care of them because a life is a life.
True.
We will never know if these criminals, if today them are criminal and then when them go jail and them, get reformed, they
Get
come
reformed.
back.
That's true.
And they are the ones who change society.
You guys are not judge, jury, and
Right.
execution.
We're not judge, right.
Doc, I have a question. So, after the patients were evacuated, after evacuated the hospital, what happens with the staff?
All right, so the staff who were stuck at the hospital, who had to go home, so those who were able to make it home or what's left of their homes would have done that. There are some who had to stay at the hospital for days because, yes, they've been there since Sunday for this time, but their communities may have been inaccessible up until as late as last week. So a week and a half, you're stuck at home. You're stuck at work, like your family's at home, you have no means of communication. Right? You can just imagine the mental and not just the physical trauma, but the mental trauma that these families will have to go through.
Yeah.
Right? And we're talking about people who, there's one nurse, I remember, as I mentioned, I got there on Thursday. That was the earliest I could get there. One nurse, and I live about 5 minutes away on a typical day driving. This nurse lives about 40 minutes away on a good day. And she left her yard early morning with her backpack on her back and she walk. She boom drive, pan bike. But when she reached the hospital, she collapsed in front of her. I said, what happened here, so? And she had tell her how she took her about 6 hours to get to the hospital, That is dedication. Right? So when, people are quick to bash doctors and nurses because they don't truly understand the scope of our practice and our emotions because people think that we're heartless. Right? And to an extent, it's not that we're heartless, but if I have a patient and that patient dies in front of me, a patient I've been treated for 3 weeks, you got to touch them, you know them name, you know them family, you know everything about them because sometimes they confide their life stories to us because we can't tell nobody. You become close to that patient and they die. And you feel it. But the patient right beside him needs urgent care.
Yeah.
You have to put that one side,
And keep it moving.
It's almost like you get numb
and
to
not
it.
just keep it moving,
Yeah.
And you hold it, you put it right here, so.
Yeah.
You go for the whole day, you think say it, gone. And you pull in your driver and then bam, it hit you.
Yeah.
Right there, so. So sometimes when I go home, I try to take a first hour. My wife, before she started working in the healthcare faculty,
She's a nurse?
she's a nurse.
Oh, nice.
So she would have understood no. But first time when I come home, I went more sit down by myself. And she said, what happened to me? I said, I'm not, You just have to understand
you
that
need to
you have to
decompress.
decompress. Some days are heavy than some.
Yeah.
Some days you go home and you have to walk it off. You can't even sit down. You have to walk it off. Right? Because the next day or the next instant you go back to work, you have to put on everything because your entire devotion, your entire being is to give what you can give to the person who is there depending on you. Some people really did that with them pan them blast, but I wait on just to come for them feel better. And there are patients who just by you stepping in the room with a smile, them bright. And bright and said that me feel better.
Yeah.
So you never need me then. Go on home. Right? That's type of thing. Now you're not going to send them home. Of course, you still have to do your due diligence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
but it's
your
true.
presence alone sometimes make them feel better.
Yeah.
Doc, I mean, private doctors smile more than public.
I also work privately. I smile
So,
more at the hospital than I smile in my
Really?
office.
I've never really seen a smiling doctor
I work
at
in
a
the
public
emergency
hospital.
department. You have to smile. Look, emergency doctors are
I only see them smile when at lunchtime.
what lunchtime?
You're
when
right.
them have lunch. let's say that, yeah. When them have lunch.
so-
Sometimes I
Yeah.
wonder only even eat.
No,
God
man,
knows.
They have to, yeah.
Really, we have bad stomach problem. We just go through there. So it's cut and swallow if you can. But the emergency department, you have to remember that you have limits. So once you learn your limits, you're able to laugh after a lot of things. Right? Because you can't hold on to everything. Imagine.
Yeah.
Right? It really will cut you up in two if you hold on to everything.
Well, with that being said though, because it's like me there I reflect to them, I said, Jaja. It's like this whole experience is weird for me personally because me there in a town. Me there in England when the hurricane hit. Me there now. It's like you're seeing the devastation that the hurricane caused in parishes like St. Elizabeth, parishes like Westmount, parishes like Manchester, parishes like St. Anne, parishes like Trelawney. Yeah, see, but it's like you're not really feeling. It's
Yeah.
just weird to me.
I
say like,
that's normal.
yeah. So I wonder like what it is for you being on the ground, being a doctor, being somebody from St. What is it for you having to go through life post Hurricane Melissa?
So Shaggy had a song was a bad man, not cry. I'm not telling about me a bad man, but Shaggy will go down there holler. I tell you.
Mm.
He was there. He was there.
Trust me.
Yeah, them speak of
I've never
experience.
seen anybody who came and visit me and said, boy, doc. As big man, me say big man come there, holler.
Yeah.
Wow.
It break my heart. Me tell you, say I was in my living room and the rain start fall one day. And me take the chair and go outside and sit down in the rain too. That is survival. It's not mad, me mad, you know.
Mm.
It's just the fact that you're saying, how is it that I went through this? Luckily, I have a roof, right? But people out there get wet and me feel us all right with it. I was upset at God. So me go out there with the chair and say, God, if them a get wet,
Oh God.
me I go get wet too. And you tell me, say me one of your favorite them. Say me I go get wet, right? If everybody get wet, me I get wet too.
But
Right
then
about
if you're
15 minutes
sick,
to rain
doctor,
stop.
if you die,
Oh my gosh.
oh, that even help the
There will
cause.
be another doctor, no worry. You can't take yourself too seriously, right? Mind you, I will say there's probably no other doctor like me, but then there's every other doctor like me, if you get what I'm saying,
Yeah.
right? There's never a point where I believe that I'm irreplaceable. I might have the vibe or energy and everything, right? But you really have to look into it and say, you're just a little in the bucket. And sometimes you as a person, as much as you might not want to admit it, it comes out in the moments where you don't expect it to. So that, as I mentioned, we don't process emotions the same. So I feel guilty and I see the rain falling. I see people out there who I can't forget a tarpaulin for them. My heart rip up in that too, because my home became refuge for even one of the AIM students who happened to be a relative of my wife. Never meet him before. And the students were told to evacuate. I said, no, we have to go for him. Never know the youth yet. Just bring him out of my house and say, come. Because you don't know what could happen. And as I mentioned, the university that was there is non-existent.
Oh jeez.
Right?
Yeah.
So our emotions are different, We make split-second decisions and we feel emotion later. Right? So when I see the rain falling and I see those out there who don't have no shelter, and what else are you going to do? You can't, well, you're going to go there, sit down and pray, Jesus, make your rain stop. No. Yeah, you want to feel what they feel too.
Yeah.
Because when you are able to experience what people feel, it makes you better. I can't tell people. I broke my ankle a few years ago. Right? I love to tell the story, painful, but it made me understand better how other people feel when they came to the department.
Oh yeah.
It's not just the pain, Some are scared. Some are
It's a mental thing
a
as well as
mental
like
thing,
it is.
Them
Like,
many who are thinking about them livelihood.
Yeah.
What them are going to do afterwards? What if them need surgery? And using my experience to explain to them that yes, the recovery process took me time. I did 3 surgeries. You see, you wouldn't know my foot broke, me never tell you.
Worse if you're an athletic person.
Worse if you're athletic.
The mental gymnastics you have to work within yourself even overcome that.
Come on, man.
Yeah, really.
It is tough.
You scrimmage football.
No.
Not even scrimmage football. Think about it. All right.
I did experience serious injury when I was a prime athlete back, of course, in the little league.
I was playing
oh
little
no,
league
my
football
toe.
too when I broke my
Yeah, me there
university.
play prep league and something the Pepsi too.
But it affect you. Because once
Yes,
you
it
can't
does.
play, that might have been your outlet. Right?
Yeah.
And so being able to understand that and just, be able to counsel the patients going forward, it has helped me to be better. Right? There's some type of things that you just can't fathom, like at 66, you get an example. 66, where are doing a coconut tree or breadfruit tree at your age.
Right.
But you understand that the man probably not had nobody else to pick him coconut them, or not have nobody else to pick him breadfruit them.
And probably is that he's been doing it all his life.
All his life.
Without
so when him come
problem.
and have him spine injury now and can't move him legs, and he withers away and stress out till him dead. And you wonder, but I just want to look broke. Me, no, that tough it up. Because no, you really don't understand until you're in the position. This man has been walking, for example, all his life, and now him have a debilitating injury that prevents him from doing anything going forward. Some people just take it to heart and dead.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
almost like you feel lesser than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? There are patients who they will mess themselves and they don't want to tell anyone because they can't help themselves, but they feel so ashamed.
Yeah.
And I always tell my patients, say, left your shame out. I get this. So when you are left with the charge, I take you back. But in here, we have seen We've seen everyone and anyone, no matter how shape, size, or form, naked. It no matter to we. We're here to take care of you.
Yeah.
And once you get better, you take out back your shame when you left out the gate and then they say, boy, I can't be say doctor see me naked.
And just make
'Cause-
sure I'm not see you back.
Well, I know, other that hear the thing now. People think that after they leave the hospital and I see them, I remember them. No. So if you see me in public and say, Doc, my eyes look like this, like me don't know who you be, I don't remember you. I see 1,000 people.
Yeah,
a
that's
week
true.
time.
You're not gonna remember. Yeah.
I'm one doctor, but I see so many
She
people.
took me-
You know, and no, I think it might be a joke, but I'll be in the supermarket and people come up to me and say, Doc, see the blood results here. I'm like, morning. Morning.
I'm trying to get macro. What are you?
Morning.
What are you
I'm
doing?
not
Um,
at work.
Well, I know. No. They don't.
Yeah, supposed to get some cornbread.
Don't tell nobody, but I give you the doctor them secret. Is if our left side on that back here, so we have a plug where we go home, we pull it out and connect it to the wall and charge, but don't tell nobody. That's what people really think.
That's
Must.
crazy.
Must.
So when I'm in the supermarket, I try my best to go there in plain clothes or I send my wife. Because,
Yeah.
you know,
At least them not make you listen. Them not make you listen to them horrible music.
what?
Stop.
Narrow. You know much artists. I said, Doc, me have a song, you know.
For real? Yeah,
To be
joke.
fair,
No, yeah, joke.
No. So I'm not allowed to divulge patient information, but I have a patient who is a prominent producer, and
Really?
he had produced a song where everybody know now. Wasn't Me by Shaggy. And
You just give name.
me never give name. Me tell you what him do.
Yeah, producer.
And,
Wasn't
you know,
like Shaggy. That's an easy Google search.
Easy Google search. Search it, man.
Okay.
He's a pretty good chap.
Okay.
And what I tend to do sometimes when I hear a song and somebody come and say, "You always I look out for song." I say, "Sir, check. Listen to the song. I kind of like it." And he's a good critic, you know. He's
Oh.
serious. So if it don't good, it don't good. And if it don't good, me not say anything. What sounds good to me might not sound good to him. And say it sound good, no, but it come on. Chronics do a song like that already, right? So it don't make no sense. I Acting did have this as already, you know, and they, right? So he's looking for something unique. So when I get patients who come and say that me an artist, and I say, come over here when I sing them. For those who look like them can, but then they're the ones who come in blasting their songs, and I say, yo brother, who that like all that? No, I say no, that can me. You see every career, every walk of life, everything
Yeah.
as a doctor, and you know. I kind of figure that, you know, people look up to doctors and people don't think I'm a regular person, right? The doctor thing is just your work. Outside of work, me I just want a regular, average, run joke, kickball, my cousin them type of guy, right? So when somebody come to me and say, you know, I try to be serious and say, Doc, this is my song, or this is what I've done. The thing about being a doctor is that you're unfortunately extremely bluntly honest all the time, so you don't have no filter. That is the problem most people have with me when it comes to working. And it's right across the board. My seniors have the issue. Anybody have had, like, me not gonna lie to you, me gonna tell you as it is, right? You come to me with foolishness and the song are rubbish, me gonna tell you it's rubbish. What I will do is encourage and say, you know, probably need to go back. And if the artists out here listening to me, the young artists, please be like Romain Virgo, be like Elephant Man, be like Bounty Killer, be like Christopher Martin,
When
be
you
like
say
the
that,
artists
what
who
you
take
mean
a
then?
while to release their music, be like Chronics. Take a while, work on your craft, work on your music, read some books, increase your vocabulary, practice your lyrics. Don't just because you see your friend a rap a song, you try to do the same thing.
That is
And
10
hone,
years.
well, I know, hone your own craft.
11.
Look, come on. Like, look. There will never ever be another Chronics. Chronics are my artist. Right? I remain very good. Like, there'll never be another. Those two will be legends forever. We're seeing them now because we're young. And we're just experiencing them as they go along. You know how the old people go on about Barry's? Well, we kind of had that thing for Barry's. I like Barry's music. Right? But those guys will be like the Barry's Hammonds in the future. Right? You see the young man will come and sit down and lick 2 songs and he had today. Right? I'm pretty sure when scamming is no longer, well, not something. When those things are no longer a thing, right? Or it's no longer relevant, right? So Romain Virgo has a song, Red Dress, right? Every time I put on a red dress, that song there, it used to be Lady in Red first, but I don't remember who sing the song there again. Red Dress comes to my mind first because it's such an impactful song, right? You see when artists put them heart into Mortimer, Lightning, one of my favorite songs. That is a
That's
song
one
from
of
the
the
heart,
best
you
love
know.
song released
One
in
of
the
the
past
be-
some
and
years.
people just listen to say it's so nice. You ever listen to the words them say?
Yeah, man, a bad song.
Right?
That's a.
Doc, I cannot believe we're giving singing advice. Let's move on.
Ah,
As I say, I wear
Artistry
many
advice.
hats, you know.
Yeah,
I
They,
use
music
if they ain't listening to us, they ain't
conversation.
listening to you.
Yeah.
But you know, as you say, you really want to appeal because
of course.
you know, it's a conversation that you seem like Saint Elizabeth is the focus of everybody's.
Right. I know Westmoreland is complaining. I will
Yeah.
tell the Westmorelanders, if that's a thing, go out and do what I'm doing. Since you want to, and I'm gonna start as high as Parliament to as low as the man on the ground. The complaining now go work this time. Right? The government not do this. What are you doing for yourself or what are you doing for your neighbor? Right? If you search my pocket right now, the money gone. Right? On my way up, would I give anybody? And the man down there say, wash the car glass. I mentioned I was here last week over the weekend.
Yes, you were here
And
because
I
you were
had- I
collecting
remember-
care packages.
Right. Remember having $1,500 now. Because I don't like walk with cash. I mean, no, say I have a toll. Luckily, when I came up, there was no toll being charged.
Oh yeah.
Right. So I have the $1,500. I know so it was a toll money. I'm say, "Tree boy, don't say white glad." I call him and say, "Come, each one to get $500. Make sure you do well at school." Right. You're gonna does not have money. You could give away. And remember, this is Kingston that's not affected. Right. But the mindset is still there. When I came to Kingston, I had a local lamp using in the house, the light off, and me I walk on the light with the local lamp. I look around. And my wife like come out and like, "Yeah, why I use the lamp? Why I waste the battery?" Me like, "You know, see place of darkness." She's like, "The lights they're here." So it traumatizes you. You know everything. You know everything about it, right? So, the appeal is to those who have light, because those who in darkness not gonna see this video. I might be famous in Celtics, but 6 months down the line when I come back, right, when they realize that this was a thing.
Not 6 months. That's
Come on,
2026.
come on, man. It's gonna be like that.
I mean,
It's gonna be like that.
Yeah,
You have to be
legit.
prepared. I'm not from JP, so
Legit.
it's not an official statement, but I'm giving them 6 months, to be honest. Some places have the light posts. What you mean? They must get light
So
posts.
Christmas in a darkness, bro.
Yeah.
To some people, yeah.
As
some
the JP
people.
said that they're trying to restore light within
They're
the
trying
next 2
their
weeks,
very
but
best.
I'm like,
But if they pull it off in 2 weeks, I'm
Yeah.
going to just buy all JPS stocks because that would be that's crazy.
Not me.
I'm not seeing this is and if the CEO of JPS is listening to me, I'm not seeing how you guys are gonna pull it off in 2 weeks, and I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna agree. But be realistically, to get full coverage back to where we were before the hurricane, it's about 6 months.
Yeah.
Remember, there are communities that we still not access yet,
Yeah.
right? We don't know what going on up there.
Yeah.
So like all up at Ginger Hill and Prospect and Giddy Hall and Five Spin where
That's
you
in
can't get
Saint
signal.
Elizabeth?
That's in Saint Elizabeth, where you can't get signal. How are you going to communicate with these people? And you have to remember it's a race against time. Before the food up there run out, you know, where people are going to eat.
Yeah.
Because nothing at the pantry. The salt water that was in the sea that the hurricane take up and swing across at that forest, burn all the leaf them off of the tree.
wow.
That's
it looks
why.
so-
Oh, yeah.
You know me. I
That's
wonder
why
if
it
a
looks like
fire.
that.
You wish I did fire.
God.
No man, salt water is very, it's saline.
acidic. Yeah.
And when that force with the wind come, look here, the rain slapped me on my face. I had to go outside in the rain when the window blow out and try to get something for drill it up. The drill was in the storeroom outside. I'm go outside. And I said, rain pellet feel. I don't know what a gunshot feel like, but me imagine that's something close. The rain slap you like a real big man slap.
Like hail, like it was
Like
almost like hail.
Like when it stings.
Yeah.
It stings. The breeze, I'm 220 pounds. And when we open the door, the breeze pushed me to the next door.
Wow.
I mean, for whole lamp on the grill for going to the storeroom.
Gotcha.
And I could not open the kitchen door to get back inside. Remember,
The force.
that the force of the door is when the wind change direction. So me stop between the door and the grill. My wife was supposed to say this, because I can't make she knows me the kind of afraid to hold it. Right? It's when the force of the wind change direction,
I'm a
and
big
bore up
strong
in
man.
No, you have to be strong, because if you don't strong, who are strong? Right? When the breeze blowing back the door, that's when I dive into the kitchen. When I dive into the kitchen, how you lock back your door?
You literally.
What? No, I'm not even diving in that. The breeze blow the door open and blow me through the door.
Wow.
My days.
Wow.
So when you get up off of the ground now, you brush off, you say, well, you know the breeze and you try to lock back your door. I try to lock your door. See how me big right here, so my wife and her cousin was there. I try to force and push the door lock. So when Mr. Green come and tell us, say, the furniture in the house pull up and push out the door. And I'm not joke thing.
So you're saying like, you're giving JPS 6 months, like even the rebuilding efforts for you work at Black River Hospital, like what's the rebuilding process and how long you think that's gonna take? Because if you say you don't just did recover from Maryland, this come now.
I hope in my SMO sees this, senior medical officer sees this, him laugh, but I am happy that I am not him. I try my best to fill the gaps where, because he's like my second father. Anything where he need to get done and I can assist, I'm going to, because him train me in a surgery come straight up and train me in. He's a good beacon of what I want to be as a doctor when I get older. A man for the people and a man for the community. I mean, no same stress out. Me nah face, me see on him face. You see, when you're hospital, as I mentioned, it's a beacon of the community. And when you see it is in rubble, after you put so much work in it, when you have to think about, and that's the funding, because that's going to be Minister Williams and Minister Holness and of course it's Minister Green's constituencies that feed them really job for about the money part and those who are in higher ups in the region to give you that answer. But I cannot imagine the stress what they have to go through now. Because a hospital not be like a hotel. Right? And people talk about Cornwall, and I being one of the person, I can tell you this. You can't stop a service, say, in the sake of building a hospital. The hospital has to carry on.
Yeah.
So there's an added cost to run the facility while they're trying to work around it. Right? It would be cheaper if you lock it down and build it back and lick it down and build it back.
Yeah, but
you
then
can't
where
do
the
that.
patient's gonna go?
Where patient's gonna go. Right? So you still have to make the hospital functional, but you have to also think about the planning. So honestly, I can't give you the answer. I'd love to give my 2 cents on it, but I don't think my 2 cents work on the wider
So
scale.
what
at this
you
point.
think? What you think? So you made an appeal. So what is it that you want? Like what? Because
So-
it seemed as if the attention everybody the running thing on social media is that Saint Elizabeth has been getting the attention.
It has been getting
So-
the help, and
Yeah.
what a lot of I'm so grateful for the help. Let me start there. So what I don't want happening is that when people think that 2 months pass, we need to stop help them. No, this is not a 2 months thing. There are gonna be people who are gonna be displaced permanently. You know, people are work them entire life and them like in them 60s are look for retirement next week and then all this happen.
4 hours come
4
and
hours.
mash
Four.
up them
Before you
life.
count about from 8 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock the next morning.
Wow.
So that's about 18 hours. Because even when the storm stopping, you still have to talk about the breeze that blow.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
So there are people who lost everything.
Yeah.
So
People
the hospital completely gone now. Right?
A&E is functional.
It's functional.
We are, as we say, we work with nothing. So if we don't have nothing to work with, once we did it, the hospital is functional. About what we can do is limited. But once the billing is there and the staff is there, slowly the resources will come and we can at least go back to the level close where we were before. The issue is now the other services. You won't have a medicine ward for a while, or a surgery ward, or even a pediatric ward.
And with the guys, like, what are the medical services like? No.
Right. No, the thing about our hospital, Black River, we have a building across the road which really was supposed to be open for the doctor's quarters. The maternity team and the pediatric team are taking over that building, and we understand why. Baby, I deliver a nice start. But that's what I can say. The hospital, the doctors at the maternity, big up
just
all of the
imagine.
maternity doctor them,
Yes.
Don't name
and the
name
nurse
minister.
them, the midwife them, everybody who over there at the hurricane that deliver baby same way.
With the,
Underneath,
with the light
with
gone
the,
and the
with the
breeze.
light gone
And-
and the breeze and the water, give them the medal.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Give them the medal, give them flowers while them
I would
here.
love to talk to that mother who had to deliver that baby in those storms.
Yes,
oh my God,
of course.
the babies in the storms.
Look here, man. I think 6 babies were delivered in that time.
Wow.
6.
6 immediately before the storm and right after.
Oh wow.
And still people are coming, have their babies being delivered at hospital without nothing there to do it with.
Yeah.
So you have to really wonder where them people here were trained make out of.
Yeah, and then people who marooned, who probably possibly had to stay at home, or oh my, you don't even think about
Yeah,
certain things. Oh my God. Yeah.
When doing one of the interviews with the GMD, because of course I have to give a statement to the GMD, and let me thank our president, Dr. Badjo, our past president, Dr. Fitzhenley, and all the other exec members and all the doctors who volunteered and came in. I might not get the chance to thank on individually, but from the bottom of my heart, or from the base of my heart, wipe on the bottom. From
Not
the base.
you, Dr.
No,
Powell.
man, no, man. Me tell you
Not
something.
you, Dr. Powell.
I did say I'm a regular person, So from the base of my heart,
The man know the audience,
I
so,
am grateful because in that, just by explaining to them, I never thought about the staff members who, when they finish them shift at the hospital, change off and go sleep in them car and wait till the next shift start because them not have nowhere to go. It's a tough something,
Yeah.
That's really a
So
tough
your-
thing.
So your doctors, your colleagues are literally like how many? Can you share like how many of them? Like,
This
rough
place,
estimate, yeah.
I'm maybe one of a few who, as I mentioned, I'm from Manchester. The house of Manchester that me not worry about this yet. That I want that are half year personal different. Where I'm at in Black
Black
River,
River.
where we need to focus right now is okay enough to live, and I'm grateful.
And your colleagues, but what about your
The
colleagues?
my colleagues now, I talk about those who are most of the Black River staff don't come from Black River.
Oh,
That's the thing. So I have colleagues who are from Portmore,
Yeah.
who they have to come from Portmore now because them house of Black River mash up.
oh,
So them drive from Portmore, camp out at the hospital, do them shifts and drive go back, or do the same to Kingston, or them see them friend we close by in probably Manchester or Santa Cruz or somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Them still come to work. What you mean? I'm not tell you say anybody, anytime, anywhere, anything, everything, nothing, they will come to work still.
Yeah.
when they
That's
deserve
the
them,
job.
Right,
dog.
and-
When they deserve all these status after this.
The
My
question that I
God.
wanted to ask is the field hospital. Is it that some staff members from Black River Hospital are working at the field hospital?
Now let's go to the field hospital.
Yeah.
So the Friday, that's when I want to say the executives from the ministry, I don't want to say bigger heads. So the people who answer directly to Mr. Tufton himself, they got them away. They made the way to Center's Bed, and as I mentioned, my SMO, senior medical officer, he have everything on him shoulder right now, and sometimes he's just not. He can only be at one place at a time, and so he had tasked me with just to assist them in what way they needed. The first was to find a location. Now, if you remember in Mr. Green's interview, him called out a name, Mr. Smith from Dan's Motor World. More and big him
yeah.
up again.
Yeah.
Mr. Smith, I don't know if you're what type of man for watch the fix, but you need to start watch the fix. Your name are going to live in a
Thanks.
Black River from now until time's done.
Big up, man, big up.
Him provide with everything he could have give.
Wow.
He even offered his own the way him have the Dan's Motor World, the car mark, because already a tarmac play area to run the field hospital.
Wow. So he
Yeah.
move his cars.
Yeah, man. Of course, he have to move him, protect him vehicle before the hurricane.
Okay.
But he wanted to offer that space. Now, of course, the being that the field hospital was going to be there for a while, I'm sure the government made other decisions because it's now at the Black River High School, which is of course public building. I guess it's best to keep everything public.
In
Yeah.
the high
But-
school, so
No, one of the fields, so them have space. The high school will be able to run still.
oh,
Yeah.
So the field hospital is it's not as big as people think it is.
okay.
Because it's really just a 30 to 40 bed facility with the major. They have a theater, ICU, maternity area, and it's not a big fancy thing. It's really like a tent system.
Yes.
Right.
Like war zone, like that's what you see in a
Right.
war zone.
And I can't tell you say a
makeshift.
war zone now because where I live in Black River, the JDF camp is 5 minutes walk from where I am. So every day the helicopter them fly and hover over my house. 6:30 in the morning. When me I try sleep after me coming from work, 5 o'clock in the morning. Hover before they land. It's really a war zone. And helicopter take off
Every day.
Every day, every couple of hours.
Wow.
Right? Because there are not many places in Black River you can land, So that's the main spot, and then they go other places. And sometimes when they're making trips from, let's say, St. James, they stop in St. They will release what they release in St. Pick up and move again. So they basically run taxi with the helicopter them to move the things around because some things just can't be moved on land.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, hear it, man. The place is dead silent at night. So when the trucks drive past, you hear it.
Wow.
Right? If a dog whisper, you hear it. Right? It is dead quiet.
As speaking of, we had for transition that way. But speaking of, I believe there was a reporting number of 18 people that have passed.
18 you hear me, no say more than that.
And that more I ask you
Right. So I'm not at
from
liberty to say
Saint Elizabeth,
what the exact number
from the
is.
parish itself. But how much you feel the number could be, or do you feel there are other people that could be trapped or?
Unaccounted for.
If I'm going to be, don't quote me. And I don't want the people at Jamaica to say me have goat mode. But if it turns out to be true, then that's how it go. At least anywhere near 80 to 100 people. You have to remember, I remember the seawater come over and where I live, I could see the Black River burst its banks and come
This
over.
is the contract from the parish she attack.
Yeah, no, Black River. Where I'm sitting, living in Black River.
No, I mean, when you say 100, that number.
It's possibly from just St. Elizabeth. Because remember there are flat areas that were flooded. People were still missing.
Yes.
And the crocodile them did rampant. Now, of course,
Yes.
if you have your body and you're dead and the crocodile find you, they're gonna go and have a feast.
Yeah,
You're not gonna find that body.
Jaja.
These are things we have to think about. And I remember Minister Horner speaking about he's gonna exhume the bodies that people had to bury. For the sake of course, maintaining dignity, dead or alive dignity must be maintained. So a proper exhumation and proper signing off and check cause
But
of
also
death
like it proper in terms of diseases, because
diseases and
yeah.
documentation and all of those, as you mentioned,
And the
disease
report
things.
are for the junker
Report.
them help
And,
as well.
you don't have enough junker, man. Trust me.
Wow.
You don't have enough junker. Not just for people. And let's not use people, but the animals.
Yeah.
Remember, Saint is a farming community, you know.
Yeah.
The whole of Saint is bit. I thought people have cows, so them usually leg of the cows. I usually wonder why them leg of the cows, but the cows them know which part them figure. There's a meadow on my way to work where the cows them would have been. And when you look over there, you say, man, this a man, most rich man, they must have cow over there. You can't count. You can start from now until tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
You still a count cow. Right? And I repeat them. And you can count on 200 much cow over there now. Hundreds of cows. Thousands of goats and millions of birds. Millions of
Yes.
chickens.
Yeah.
Millions of ducks. Right? All of these things that people would have had. So you know, Christmas when you think more for slaughter the goat, or the person might have a one goat and then then probably not even have the goat for slaughter.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna be a vegetarian Christmas because the only thing you probably can grow between now and Christmas is vegetables. If you're even to get chickens now, chicken are 6 week to get
Yeah,
meat.
no,
poultry.
Minister
Where
Floyd
they
said,
get them
Mr.
from?
Green said, you know, the chickens were decimated
Yeah,
too.
so
So
where
it's
we
gonna
get
be a
chicken from?
process. Yeah.
Where you get
I
chicken
mean,
from?
it feels as if Black River, you think in your estimation, Black River was one of the hardest hit parishes.
Is Saint Elizabeth is the
Saint
hardest hit.
Elizabeth.
Is,
yeah.
And let me not say Westmoreland never get damaged. Westmoreland get damaged, you know, no doubt. But Westmoreland have a lot of hilly areas. Most of Black River's infrastructure is right by the coast. So the police station have water up to the knee because from
Yeah,
the
it
police,
was
if you had
gone.
run from the police station and dive, so straight off where turns would have been the bar them right there. So right now water you're gone. Right?
Yeah, no, we saw videos of it being flooded
Right,
where,
so-
you know, police
yeah,
record
it
the
floods.
courthouse.
The court, what courthouse? You know, they're gone. I mean, I talk, these are historic buildings, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? The Waterloo Guest House is one of my favorite bits. I love talking about the Waterloo Guest House because to know that a small country like Jamaica, and let's stick up in Jamaica, and then you the most country part of, when people say country, them talk about Celtic, and they say we chat bad. They talk about Celtic, because we chat bad, and a real country.
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah,
talk a different
we
language.
talk
right?
a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
language,
yeah.
right?
A different part.
There are levels to the
Yeah.
pathway, you know, so it
There are.
might seem good now, but we can go way deep in it.
No, what did
right?
you hear
I bet
somebody?
the gun there.
You know, man,
Yeah, what did you hear somebody when we take the break? We gotta go to the bathroom and you gotta chat that.
Yeah, man, real pathway coming right now. Right? Remember now, this is a Waterloo Guest House, now the deep country of Jamaica. Now the deep country of the country of Jamaica have light before anywhere else in the Western Hemisphere.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm proud of that. I'm not born and come from something. But by living there, I can't tell people. When my friends come and say, you know, this is the first place ever for have light in the Western Hemisphere. I thought Jamaica, you know.
Yeah.
Before big New York.
Hemisphere.
Yeah.
Right?
That was, I remember going
People
to
are
the
forgetting that Jamaica
aqueduct.
used to be the country in the Western Hemisphere, you know.
Yes.
The country.
I
We're
mean,
talking
the
about
argument could be
railroad
made that
system.
we still are, but like,
Of course you still are.
yeah.
Right? We had a railroad system before America.
Yeah.
Electricity. So when people talk about, oh, little Jamaica, no, we're not little, we're just little in size. So we tell our really
Real
tell our-
talk. Real talk.
Right? And I'm proud to say that about Senti, but when you drive past the court, sorry, not the courthouse, the Waterloo Guest House, you know, did it?
Wow.
I drove past it. I mean, I say, no, man.
I ate that.
Hold
I
on,
just
no,
said
miss,
this.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
pull up your handbrake and say, wait. Surgical bank, so all right.
Such courts in there?
Oh gosh.
Wow.
He may say, so nothing, you know, work with me, you know. You know, work with me. I make people drop my patwa.
Oh
So surgical bank.
gosh.
The doctor office supposed to be here, so Waterloo Guest courthouse. All right. The doctor office, the courthouse, the doctor
I
office.
can't try if I remember
Yeah,
where
if you look.
things did there.
Me tell you, say not even rubble did it just.
No.
It's like things that
It's
you
like
probably
a
had that
bulldozer come
natural
and push it down.
Jaja. It's like things where naturally have a spatial memory of. It's like
Yeah, man,
everything
God.
get show off.
The road, that road on the waterfront, a pretty road when you talk about the sunset, man, it can't beat. Maybe a nigga alone could have beat it. The road got into the sea, you know. The sea just say, wait, I rode this, one piece of it.
Wow. Can you share like even some of the people, the residents, you know, their overall mindset? You know, I mean, we talked to Mr. Green and he's saying that, you know, them kind of saw them have
Senti
life
people,
and
no get
yeah,
joke. I want to say this,
but
and I want to lose Senti way. We're not taking nothing serious. Yeah, man, this shake we know.
yeah,
But a 2 week now passed since the hurricane and I say, buddy, I put on back then clothes I got work. But now I want to look at top on the house. People are trying to get themselves together because what sense is it going to be to just sit down and say God, 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 God? Because faith
Yeah.
without work is dead.
True.
Right? If your country had the most churches and bars per square mile in anywhere in the world, right? We are deeply religious. And let me not say Christian, right?
Yeah,
Deeply
religious.
Religious,
Yeah.
because there are a lot of people who believe in God and don't go to church. So they don't really identify as Christian, but they believe
But
in
them
God.
religious, yes.
And then people just say,
But they're
God,
spiritual.
give me the strength, and they move. They are already rebuilding. They are clearing roads.
Start,
They start.
Yeah.
Start, man. Them a chop. And let me tell you something. You see,
When you say chop, what kind of?
chop like with machete, chop tree.
We have to make it clear, you know.
They can't bang the line yet.
No,
JPS, the internet
signal.
digital isn't working.
I'm not saying, yo, the ingenuity of these people for still a bang the line.
So since
Yo, the spirit of these people. Indomitable
because
spirit.
I think it's styling most people gonna get internet from for the next couple.
Yeah.
The flow and digital I get a beat, no joke. I don't think these guys want to
Yeah.
bang the line on styling. I think styling can track everything we do. So
True.
I think they probably cautious.
Satellite.
Yeah.
But now, and then again, you know, them guys are
Dear, innit?
them dear. They
Might as well.
The 19-year-old let's scam my money go buy a GLE. You know how work. But of course, me a police me a come for you. What you mean? Me a wipe and the come for you thing. Me a
Dr. Powell.
we are fine you. No, we are fine you. I'm not gonna edit that out.
No.
No. If I'm a police officer and I see a 19-year-old driving a GLE and 2 weeks ago I see her walk like no. I can't never find out where that come from because
Oh, well, you're also
Clearly.
gone and you're a driver GLE. What's happening? Okay.
That would be
Priorities are
cause
messed
for
up.
That's
scrutiny.
suspicious.
Yeah, that'll be
Also
suspicious.
from foreign.
yeah.
Send your whole GLE.
And I ain't on a host stop. No, the priorities.
First of all, we'll be able to have a road fit for drive on right
Oh
now.
my
No, I'm sorry.
God.
If there are any scammers out there listening to me, be smart with them. It's not legal, but be smart with the money.
Yeah.
Like, invest it. Like, this Jamaica highway stocks are selling for $3. And you're young now. It not gonna get no cheaper. It just gonna go right up to the moon. People, highway expensive, you know. Since them charge back the toll to them, realize that, but the toll look cheap. Me take on the toll without paying it.
Be
Feel
nice.
good.
Yeah.
I know me gone $1,000
Oh, God,
just
we
come in
enjoy
this
that,
direction. And we pay go back.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, one carry upon the road now. So the tax price gonna go up.
And them soon
Right.
raise that. What
And they soon raise it. And these boys are still buying taste bad Hennessy. They wash them carry. Hennessy wash off the, you see the shiny part of the paint, I tell them come look at mechanics. So the shiny part of the paint with the pan the car, the glass, the overcoat, when you throw Hennessy pan that, yeah, it start deplete until it go damage your car. So stop wasting Hennessy.
Tell them,
The money.
He's doctoring everything.
No,
The man probably
Music or-
say epidemic can go out with that too.
Yeah, waste Hennessy wash car. That makes sense.
That's crazy.
Oh, you
That's
know that.
crazy.
You tried.
Oh yeah, me not see them. So whole I tell you I'm a regular person, you know. So guess what? And by the fact of confidentiality. So even if a patient confesses a crime, unless I'm under the stand, I mean I'm not really at liberty to say as long as it falls within the realms of their medical, right? They do no harm and as long as they're not harming anybody else. And if you confess to murder, no, that's different. But let us say you do a little petty crime. I don't need to tell police that your thief too good. Even though if a problem might go up, I go find him. Right? Right. So,
I'm not telling except it's mine.
right.
Wait, the goat them come from cherry tree.
Right, you know? Right. So I'm not at liberty to divulge search. So you, as I say, even for criminals, they have to maintain their dignity and their confidentiality. So people will tell you all of these things and you just have to keep it. So when them tell me say, yeah, me bang your line and me make a money and the first thing me do, I buy one car. Me like, which part you live? Oh, me live in my mother see me. No, you're a big man. Come on, move out. Go buy a piece of land if you make so much money, as I say. And build a local. If you have a piece of land and you have a local one room pan, nobody can diss you, know. Yours that. Yeah, I thought, boy, your first thing I do, I buy a car. Then when the man say house can skate on toll.
Duh.
Yes, remember, I see the people who skate on the toll on a daily basis. Continue skate on the toll because Christmas I come and I need some money. Continue skate on the toll.
No, he's joking.
No, me not joke.
He's
Continue skate on the
joking.
toll. Right?
He's joking. He's being
we
sarcastic.
no, we're not around to put
Skate
iron in the foot, you know.
responsibly.
Right? We're not around to put iron in the foot. So you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
True.
The thing is, no, not the time, especially now. Especially if you come from Sandy side, we know the bike the rampant.
Yeah.
I beg you know, wear no helmet. That's the first thing. I stop wear slippers. Alright, people watch it fix or ride bike. Stop ride bike in a slippers. Right? That are the dumbest thing you can do. Right? That I have sex without condom. There are two dumbest things you can do. Stop ride bike without helmet and stop ride bike in a slippers. You can't put on your foot one time you need to, you know, it's easier if you just put on your foot, you know. But you when you had the bike now, you go slide the bike, you can break your foot.
You know, oh,
And
broke foot fine.
Broke foot fine.
boy.
Where? When you come out, you see me, you start sweat. Cause we're not going to put you to sleep to
No,
put a
me-
style man pin in your foot.
I know I make a case for having sex without condom, you know, but like riding bike with slippers feel nice.
I don't ride. I don't ride bike.
I just want to know the mindset.
Engage in
why
risky
them do
behavior.
it?
Risky behavior.
Okay.
Right? I think they don't understand how much of a risk it is.
Okay.
Right? Because you're protecting your. We underestimate what the foot
I'm
really
just
does.
saying,
you know.
have sex without condom feel nice. I'm just saying, like, why them would I take that risk of riding in a...
No, it must
You
feel
can't
nice
kind of
too.
understand why people take risk.
No,
having
as
sex
in,
without condom,
remember risk.
Yeah, because AIDS is nice.
You might know. All right, now we are man. We can't reason. Say two girls, we have to ignore them for 1 second.
Yeah, okay.
The thrill of being a man sometimes when you look at a man and sometimes you look them. Because once you know say you can get them, sometimes you don't want them again.
You're not wrong.
No, we're not wrong. There's some girl when they talk to her and we know once we in our head know, sometimes we don't want to talk back to you.
Yeah.
That's why I basically just married and just find the one will make sense for you.
True.
And me I promote marriage because it actually makes sense. I get married this year and I think that was one of the best things that happened to me because God
Congrats.
equipped me
You
with
young
the
in the
person.
game, son.
You young in that game, man. But it makes sense. God equipped me with the right woman and me need to manage through this time. Because I can imagine God give me one either to man. Yeah, I stormed it. I hurricane there.
Robert,
man.
lock the door.
As somebody that works within the medical
Somebody who
field,
understands that,
understands your work.
If me I turn and I see if she go in past the galan, go on. You probably have something with it on your mind, go on, because you're not going to see it good. Somebody who understands him, can just, and it has happened multiple times. Especially when I used to work on the surgery department or orthopedics. You just left your hospital 2 o'clock in the morning and you get called back as you drive in and say good night. You have to just turn back. You need an understanding person in the corner for that, you know.
True.
And it's gonna, a lot of people don't understand that, especially if you're becoming a doctor or a civil servant. Your family may have to take the back bench. It's sad to say, but you're serving people. What tends to be the good is, and big up to many of our team throughout this time when I was at work for how much days, it make sure so the yard have water. Because while I might have stored enough water thinking that maybe 3 days would have fine, but all 1 week pass when I get back no water. Water come back, we stay, thank God. But all 1 week pass when I get back no water, you know. And the water, you need to bathe and maybe a man can bathe a chance to bathe 1 time a day, but the woman them want bathe 2 times a day, same way all of us storm. So make sure the man, team big up yourself. You make sure your yard secure and you think about it. You leave your yard to go take care of people and you're leaving your family at home in this time when people are a broke place and them something
Oh
there.
gosh.
yeah.
Right? So when you can rely on your neighbor for say secure your place while you're out there, take care of people. Those are things that we take for granted, you know. So me,
So you
I tell
realize
you,
the
I have
community
the-
really rallied
the-
together.
yes.
Yeah.
and you know what he said to me? Him say, no, me have enough on my plate right now. Him can't help take this off of my mind for do me I do.
Oh.
You know how that touched me? Touched me hard. When me I come up last week and I tell me I come to Kingston, I couldn't drive my car. Car no wash about 3 before it storm because the rain fall every day. Now wash car worse after the storm. One side I car wash, the side where they face the breeze and the one side I wash, the next side look. And when I couldn't drive to Kingston because you can't always water wash car. Yeah, mud, you don't know what you don't even know what damages to the car. Right? So I had to park it. Got a vehicle from a good friend of mine. And then I come back in man wash the car. I come back and see car clean. You know, I water come to my eye. You don't even think about it. It's something as simple as that can break, you know.
Yeah.
Because you're not thinking about even wash car now. And somebody just say, if I even saw them can help.
And you said that you've been collecting care packages. So who are you been working with? Who have you been working with
To the
get the
people
care packages?
of Jamaica who have been donating and continue to donate on a real MVP. If I don't think the Prime Minister have enough order Jamaica can give up for everybody.
Right?
Right? But the people have brought food. Right? And as much as some people start like, oh, we're tired of food. No, we're not tired of food.
No,
See,
that's just what Saint Elizabeth people did.
that we said, no man, at first I might get food, but without food, when you're belly full, you will say that, you know, and then you're hungry again the next day. You need food. Right? Food security is going to be a big issue. So when they can provide somebody with a hot meal for the day, it takes a lot off of them. Right? Because I know they don't have to purchase food. They can save the money to buy the nail them for the roof. Right? As I mentioned, there are people who have nothing. So if you come and donate clothes,
Yeah.
right? And even a lot of people come to the hostel and I have been asking for me personally to don't donate to me. Me good. I tell you this, no matter what happen, me I go good. There are people out there who are less fortunate than I am, who need more than I have to give. So me one can't give everything. So come to the hospital and give what you have. I have come not only for the hospital, but as I mentioned, I'm the vice chairman for New Forest High School. So Manchester community, they got some damage as well. I spoke with the principal today. He said basically the damages come up to a couple 100,000, but it can work with, right? But when we check the school bank account, if you're gonna spend that money so early in the school term, you have to think about where the money will come from.
But Ministry of Education does deploy.
Yeah, of course,
relief,
it does. But we act like Jamaica is a super rich country. Now. Money limited,
Very.
And you have richer people, they're richer than the government. Let's be real.
Yeah.
People there who have the money to spare. The government is broke, and the government had the money budget out, and when the money done budget out and it done. If you have $10 left, $10 you have after you're done. So even if you have $1 trillion budget and you only have $10 left over, $10 you really have. Because they have the money spent off. There are people there who have more than that to give. Luckily, the insurance is that I say Monroean, I talk about the Monroean and Nigel Clark, the visionary who saw, I don't know which Obia man or Obia woman he might work with to see the future. I was going to say, God probably whispered to him and say, Nigel, Jamaica,
No,
need this.
he was he said it on our program. Is the 2016 Hurricane Matthew that he saw, and he said that if that came, said that was the
that kind of
impetus for
trigger. He
it.
said yes. And it is by no means near enough what the country will need, but it provides immediate relief for a lot of things.
Yes.
So, and in Jamaica, we have we don't believe in delayed gratification. We want to see it now.
No. True.
I tell you this, it not gonna happen now. No, any government official come and tell us it happen now, I lie them I tell. Right? It can't do it in a one day. Rome wasn't built in a day, and the day, and trust me, Black River won't be rebuilt in a day either. When I see Minister Green, last night when I watched the thing last time, I said, what I best me see look in a not tell him say that. No man, me see it him achieve no grey here tall. Him probably a couple of new grey here.
Yeah, no, he looked so tired. Yeah,
man, and I was saying, and he's just the minister. Well, then I said, I'm not use just, but he's just the minister of agriculture, and it's one of the hardest hit areas. Can you imagine the prime minister what for about not just Senti, not just the constituency, the whole of Jamaica, and on top of that, the worst of the world is carrying on, and the prime minister's job is to represent the country to the rest of the world. So when he's going to Brazil for the climate thing, and people are bashing about, and you're supposed to stay in the country, and no, the man have the right thing now. Take a couple pictures and fly over and carry it to Brazil and show them say, this climate change I do to Jamaica. Because Jamaica contributes very little to climate change.
Yeah. But we
are affected a lot.
And we get the most
all Caribbean countries will be severely affected by it. Yeah.
So when Donald Trump, President Trump, will I say, climate change are real, and yes, he can say that and he can believe it with all them heart because it doesn't affect him, right? And sometimes it's hard for people to fathom things that don't affect them. And you can't blame them and curse them for that because they just don't experience it. It's not just ignorance; it's just a fact that it doesn't affect him, so it's not real. Yeah, and there are people like that. Like for me, once you're in president, sometimes you don't exist until I see you again. That's just how it is for a lot of things. So when he decides to go pull out America from the
Paris Agreement,
right, he's well in his right to do so because of course American tax dollars, American money, we don't have no right to say give you the money even though they might cause the damage. But they're not the ones that are being affected.
Yeah.
So they can just say, sure, we're going to spend $2 billion on the military even though no war now come. And climate change no exists, so we can just dash it. Don't worry about climate change. Or maybe look at climate, what sea level rise and peace in Miami again, but we can't always build it back out American money. No, Jamaica is going to suffer. Because we don't have that. And Jamaica is bad enough, but you know, there are countries like where in another few years will probably not. You ever heard about Nauru, the country?
Nauru, that's what I mean.
Right.
Yes,
French Polynesia, Asia, Micronesia type of country.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And Tuvalu, those countries are actively seeking lands in other countries to buy to represent as the country when the atolls, the islands that they're sitting on, sink. Or not sink when the sea levels get higher than that.
Yeah.
Right.
Essentially, is that
Essentially, that's
it's
what's
like
gonna
they're
happen.
sinking there.
Right? So they're going to be underwater in a few years. And we're going to hear about it. We talk about it now in 2025 and say, and then 2030, 2035, like they have to move to other countries because they're going to be so affected by climate change. But the bigger countries who are actually causing the climate change, they're not the ones feeling it, so it don't exist to them. How else can we tell them that, hey, look, we do need your funding. We do need your $800 million that you pull out of the funding because countries like us need it. Right? How I say I convince a man like Donald Trump say, this are really what happened in Jamaica unless you can take the pictures them Andrew sorry Andrew. But Andrew come and see your phone and say, Donald, look here. Show him 2 pictures of Black River and say,
It's not real.
Yeah.
It's
Fake news.
AI.
you can say that all he wants. And if he wants to say that and think it's AI, Mr. Trump, come, we will walk through Black River and show you what used to be and what is there now. And if you don't think climate change real after that, that is truly up to you and between you and God, right?
Fairness to them, they
Yeah.
did commit to
They did
sending
commit to aid.
Yeah.
And, you know, one thing I also need to mention to the Jamaican people, I'm not a politician by no means, way or shape or form. I mean, I defend no party neither, right? You know me and my preferences, right? But I'm going to say this. It's when the countries talk about they're selling $10 million worth of aid, or $10 million. It's not $10 million US dollar and just give cash and say, see $10 million here, and the politician just take it and put it in their pocket. No, sometimes it's what the total cost of the aid is
Yeah,
what they're
yeah.
donating.
Yeah. Floyd tell we
broke
that,
it down.
yeah.
Floyd
Right.
broke it down.
I probably never reached that part of this.
Yeah.
Hey, honestly, I've been trying to watch the whole thing, but we're tired, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No,
As
totally.
expected.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, you've been under so much pressure, and I mean, we appreciate you coming
it's
out
tough,
all
man.
the way from St. Elizabeth
Yeah.
to just share. I
Right.
mean, I can imagine just the devastation. Like, you know, you see, as you say, you see videos, you see pictures, but you can't really put into.
The senses,
Yeah.
all 5 senses when you put them together, are different, you know.
Yeah.
Because Black River tactile feels different now.
Wow.
The ear feel different.
Mm.
The ear heavy.
Wow.
I can imagine too.
Right?
You say something like it's
It-
somber,
it's-
like
it's
you can
ex-
literally
yeah, you can hear
hear the
everything
dog
now.
whisper, like
Right?
it's so
It
somber.
is extremely hot in the days now because there are no trees.
Wow. Yeah.
That too.
Where I used to sit and never used to get no breeze and lick me
Like
like
the
fire and
entire-
because there's not a tree. If
Yeah,
it-
like
if
the
it-
entire ecosystem get leaked.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I started seeing 1 and 2 birds come back in here and I get excited. Now, can you imagine me I get excited about birds?
Birds,
Yeah, right?
Somewhere
Like-
probably never used to take that much note of.
Right?
Yeah.
Like my cat, now she have her own personality. My cat would go outside.
Cats are
and-
the worst.
Yeah, man. No, she not. My cat nice, but she have a little thing where she don't want nobody touch her or whatever. You see
That's
the
the
hurricane.
worst.
You know, I
Really?
find her under my pillow, I hide.
Wow.
Right? It took her days to go outside.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
So even the animals themselves traumatized.
Yeah.
Dogs when used to rush me like I'm used to them evening walk. We used to rush me. They must see me and come down and come to me. Cause them look for food too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So even the dogs hungry and the animals are traumatized. All right, let's talk about, and those are lower class beings. Let's talk about the people who are seeing, feeling, hearing. And as I said, I'm privileged. And I always tell myself we're privileged beyond measure. With the little we have sometimes. We're privileged that I don't live that close to the town. Or the closer I drive to the town, and I have the worst sense of smell. But the closer I drive to the town, man,
Unbearable.
the smell terrible, man.
Yeah.
Right? The mosquito, them, Portmore mosquito, we used to run joke, but the Portmore mosquito, them, nah, man.
Big
Right,
mosquito, no?
Portmore mosquito, can't go see them, man. Me battle bigger than that, no. Clap
Cha-cha.
mosquito, and the mosquito clap me. Clap the mosquito.
Clap mosquito and the mosquito clap back.
You see that trouble, yo?
Mickey, you get it a
Slap the
half
mosquito, the
five.
mosquito clap me back, like, yo, you know, dead. Right?
Wow.
Cha-cha.
Dr. Powell,
No.
you've really illuminated
Step
some
by
things.
things.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we really have to. That's why I say, when I
Yeah.
go to joke and you see me smiling, and me there work, and me I laugh, and me I bounce, just leave me kind of some process it. When me stop smiling, people stop kind of tense up when me stop, when me stop, because if I stop, that means somebody in one different zone, and you probably don't need to bother me, especially if I am locked in and focused on work.
Right.
No, bother me, because the first response we depend on the mind, the first response I go get, I have no filter, and so sometimes the first response might not be what I want to say.
Yeah.
So if you see me there work and my face screw up, right, just say my man, I'm go through my day. Right? But once you see me I laugh, I'm going to be doing my best to make sure so everybody else can laugh too. Even through the storm.
Yeah.
In the day after, man, you know what it is when you know see somebody for a week or two. Somebody we work with every day.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one of the nurses, I work well with my A&E nurses. Like them are my backbone. I can't work without them because I can just call upon them name and they know more one. When a patient come in and I call a particular nurse, she know me need, she know why me I call her. These are people who them read your mind and give you what you need. Right? So I have to ask for this and that. They know what I want. And when you have a close relationship with them, the amount of lives you save together. Right? Them people are people you depend upon, you know, like for save life. That's a big deal, you know.
Yeah.
So when they don't see them for 3, 4, 5 days and on a vacation they ain't gone fun. I say, so 4 days I'm not seeing there such and such or doctor such and such or this person, even the person who wiped the floor. Not in them. I'm big up the people who wipe, we keep that so clean. When people like walk past him, they're some of my favorite people. Because when the place clean, my mind just flows.
Yeah.
It's hard to work in a dirty environment. And if I
Absolutely.
20 times, they need to clean the place, then keep it clean. Black River is immaculate. It's the cleanest hospital. And if you go there now, you probably say clean. What mud? I wanted to do a TikTok video to show the mud and the wire, and them clean out the place already. I say, yo, how do do this? I'm gonna try, put back the mud.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Like when I clean up the place too good that people think that it is now back to normal.
Yeah.
So these are people you work with every day. You develop a special bond with these people. I love them, man. I'm people them. I want to see them after how much days they say, oh God, they're alive. You want to go hug them up because you're so happy just that they're alive.
Right.
You didn't even know if them nothing they had. And just the laughter that came when the following week when people start come back to work and tears cry too because people lose things, but we are a group of people that we tend to bond well together. Cuss as you may cuss the car. Trust me. Me and my doctor them we cuss terribly, but you can't cuss them at me here. So that's sealer. You can't cuss them at me here. Me and them we do the cussing and the quarreling because of my team that we will cuss each other to the dogs for our patients. I love people like we love people like that. And it's really just
That's how it should be.
yeah, that's how it should be. That's like when you see on TV, man, we cuss our patient them because we're advocating for their best interest. Nurses do it too. Right? Advocating for the patient's best interest. So when these are the people you have so many emotional ties with, whether good or bad, when you see them, you're just appreciative that they're alive.
Yeah. And we
Because-
can't end it there, right?
Yeah, man, for real.
Yeah.
Enough people really think said enough time I start, I say, God knows some you really like me dead no, I'm not a youth yet. Oh yeah, what?
Wow.
Give me some more time no. And
Wow.
it really there are people who out the flip way. There's one person who was, I'm gonna say I use was. Him not believe in God. I did not. He said never used to believe in God. Man said I stand, man said, Doc, you always talk about I used to say this, having cut open a person and see what inside of them look like, I know that God is real because everything serves a function and there's zero mistakes in the human body. So God is real, perfect, immaculate design. I used to say that to him. Man said, Chuck, man come from a monkey. I used to run joke and say, film family alone come from a monkey and whatnot. And after the storm, he sent a message. And it was an SMS message. So say that body because we not get no internet.
Yeah, text.
And when the signal finally reached, he come in and said, I finally believe in God. My first response was, who this? Because we have his number saved. So when him tell me who, I say, you believe in God. The man said, for the storm and in prayer.
Wow.
Him say the first thing you never know how to pray. Him say, look up and say, whoever up there will hear me, spare my life, I'm going to believe in you.
Wow.
And the man alive. So,
Wow.
my godfather, who's a pastor, he passed during the storm. He's my everything.
He
For
died
real.
during the storm?
Yeah, man. Not storm related, but other things, complications of, and the man did all of my graduation, man, all my prize, even everything. So, it really touched me. But he would say this, that if he had to send the one hurricane for the one person, change them. Remember the 99 and 1 story? So you sacrifice 99 for save one. So even if one person at the end of the storm say God is good and God is real, who never said it before, then the will of God is done. And the thing about it is, the Bible also says, exceedingly, abundantly, and above all you can ask for. So all of that I go rebuild, you know. Me not have to ask how, because my part of job, that I got business.
Yeah.
Right? And I love saying I'm one of God's favorites. Like I say, we're fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah.
So I like to challenge him with that. So I'm pretty sure God won't have me in Black River suffering and have people are suffering because I know my heart are going to hurt me. Times when I felt like I wanted to leave. There are tough days to make you feel like you want to leave work and go find and take care of white people. No, who can make me do that now? When I see the white people, the Samaritans first, thank God for them, come and I give the service that they can. When I left and I have, people to take care of.
Yeah.
These are decisions that, you don't think about until, you want to move further in your career. Of course, when you go to America, you have more things you can branch off and specialize in, and the money nicer. Maybe not the lifestyle, because people think it's far and better roses. But you still can have a random Tuesday off and go eat your chicken on the road. So, you want to give up Jamaica's lifestyle for fire, and it's so nice, and and then something like this happens and you realize that even those who they are fine wish they were here to help.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, you might not feel it because, as I said, Nara say you not feel it because you're not there.
Yeah.
When you go there, I promise you, if you come on Black River, come before you reach, right? Most stop and meet you anyway there, and before you reach Night Town. And if you go to the whole tour of Black River and don't shed one tear, the paycheck, if me get paid next month, they can take you whole life. Put that on the line, brother. Because I've cried so many times for the people. Never
Yeah.
once myself.
Yeah, anybody who I know who visits,
Yeah.
that's the same thing.
Yeah,
that they
everybody who,
share.
yes, you're right. Like everybody's been
Hey,
seriously affected by
you
it.
know what it is to see like I'll give you a very good example. A lady who she has 3 kids, right? And she just basically put them at the top of her house on burial in September. She said September 15th. She told me the story. And the reason I remember September 15th is my birthday. She said September 15th, the man put in the last nail on the house within November, now, that basically 2 months ago. She just put in the last nail on the house top. Because she saved the whole year. A tarpaulin that she had used to cover the house, and she just put on her roof.
I mean, for 10 minutes, I blow it off again.
6 weeks later. And not just the roof now. Because at first she had the wood before the zinc gone. She have to buy back the wood to put the wood and the ply and the 2x4 whatever. As well as the nail and the zinc.
My God.
The windows of the house. When I saw the house and you know, say, you know, when school opens up, her kids, they have them school uniform. Right? Maybe khaki for the boy would have easy to get. And the one with their base school probably can wear whatever. But girl uniform costs more, you have to make a uniform. I'm money for that now.
Gotcha.
Send back your kids to school. You don't even know which part of them are going to sleep. You can't go to grandma's house because grandma's house that blow off too.
Yeah.
Where are you going to turn? So when somebody come and give me 2 tarpaulin, I said, that whole 2 tarpaulin. I say, yeah, man, I take it like I need it. Make a call and say, yo, you need tarpaulin.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why you're like almost a facilitator.
Yeah,
So that's why you're saying, like, you know, you're collecting it and
anything
you
you
can
carry,
drop to
anything.
the Black River Hospital.
Even if you don't want to go to the hospital because people don't like hospital,
Yeah.
call me.
Okay.
Me put my number out there to people who want it. Me don't like people call my phone. So please WhatsApp me.
Okay.
WhatsApp me.
So-
Me will meet you. I
Yeah.
come. Remember, I come to Kingston last. Not for me, me come to collect things.
The care packages,
The
yeah,
care
as
back.
you said, yeah.
Wow.
So
Right.
I'll wrap now, Doc, but tell
Yeah.
people how them can reach out to you if it's that they want
All
to
right.
do
So
things.
I'm gonna leave my phone number. I guess you guys might add it to. No, don't add it to the comments. So make people watch the video if they don't want to reach me. 835-7516. That's a WhatsApp number. If you call me, I'm pretty sure it's gonna go straight to voicemail. I have 1,000 calls coming in every day. So please WhatsApp me. WhatsApp your name as well and why you're messaging, so I can at least sort out the fluff from what is real. Right? Please. Me know I love scam and then something. No. Next year when time things all right, try messing about this scam and fools him, see me can fall feet. But not no. No other time for the people. If you're coming to donate, 835-7516. That's my WhatsApp line. Right? I'm gonna leave the foundation, the Black River Hospital Foundation, the charity. I'm gonna leave those information with you. And for those who also want to contribute to the New Forest High School, and let me tell you about New Forest High School. They're about 10 years old. They're a fresh high school, right? And they're outperforming high school that have been around. And we talk about students who are coming with 28% in a PEP. And the teachers have turned everyone. I give them 4, 5, 6 CXC subjects, city and guilds, and NCT vet hard courses. I leave with level 3 and welding and them something there at 17, 18. I get job right out of high school. They're fine to pay good money because, you know, skilled workers. So New Forest is doing its thing. They're not trying to be a Monroe. They're not trying to be a Manchester High. They're not trying to be a Campion or Immaculate. They're working with who comes and giving them what they need to survive. So it's a school that I truly believe will provide more value to the community than other schools can, because they're taking the students who others have rejected and making them into something, the head cornerstone, as you would say. So I'm going to also leave New Forest High school account number there, right? Just send the money to the account, right? The principal, I've spoken to him. He's know that any money we see when he can account for a donation, use it towards the building funds to buy back the material. So at least when school start back Monday, all of the kids them now have to look up when rain start fall. I wonder if school will go close, right? For at least putting back the windows and such. But the GoFundMe that I'm also gonna leave, my goal is ambitious. I'm not put on a GoFundMe for $2,000. $2,000 can buy 2 ECG machines. ECG machines are expensive, and the hospital right now might need a lot. We might need a lot of
But then
equipment.
why are you doing? Why not the
That's
Why not the hospital and the
Because it's
government?
like the ministry, the government
Sure.
will,
No, everything works within the budget.
Yeah.
And even if they're getting emergency money, that's not what the emergency money is going. Maybe they want to allocate some to equipment, but I know people who can get that stuff faster.
Okay.
Right? Government has to go through a process and procurement, and the budget will come out next March, and that's when they allocate the money to the hospitals. And maybe, as we said, by emergency we might get some stuff, but the first thing would not be to buy an ECG machine.
Okay.
They have bigger things to worry about. They have 2 wards where they need to put up back. A male and a female ward, a pediatric ward, and a maternity unit that needs to be up and functional.
Okay. So
Right.
we'll put that information.
So the
there.
GoFundMe goal
Yeah.
is $5 million,
Wow.
35,000 US.
Wow.
Right? And I put it that way because, as I say, exceedingly abundantly above all the acts for me know the Jamaican people and those in the diaspora and everybody who reach it will donate. I'll tell you this, all of the money we got to that, right? The only thing I have to do with it is to facilitate it being transferred from the account where we go from, put it to, and give it to Black River Hospital. And of course, I'm trying to reach out to other social media personnel to see if they can get the word out there and to be a part of it. It's not a 2-month GoFundMe. I'm going to keep it there as long as it can,
Oh yeah, of
right?
course.
Because I'm giving it a year to get all the stuff together.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody out there just want to donate $5 million to the hospital, by all means, please do. Don't donate the $5 million to the GoFundMe as one person and then the GoFundMe lockdown. Make as many people come and donate them $200, them $20. If you have your $5 million and want to donate it, go straight to the hospital with it. Go straight to the accounts with it. Right? If you have your, I mean, no, we have people that will give you the $5 million just by asking. Like, people out there will have serious money. Right? So, those who have them big money there who don't want to use the GoFundMe, deposit it straight to their account. Let's get the GoFundMe up there. Let's get the hospital the help it needs. And by helping the hospital, I'm telling you, you're helping not just St. Elizabeth, you're helping Westmoreland, St. James, Trelawney,
Yeah.
South Manchester.
All the other parishes are
Right.
using.
We
And
can lend it there. That's
of course,
Thank
of
you
course.
so much.
Thank you guys for having
Yeah,
me.
man,
Thanks.
of course. We'll
That's
put
a
all the
passing, sure.
information in the description.
Yeah. I think if not in the comment section,
Yeah.
right? So give thanks Dr. Paul again for
Yeah, man.
joining us. I mean, we that people.
Peace, safe journey back.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.